Hello guys, and welcome to yet another exciting video right here on the Africa Amaze channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a very quick and a short lesson, but it's going to be really packed. In less than 10 minutes, I'm going to be equipping you with basics of flash photography. Some people make this sound so much very scary, but trust me, I'm going to be simplifying this whole process using something called the camp philosophy. Now, to give credit where it's due, the camp philosophy was not invented or was not made up by me, but my good friend Pi at SL Lunge coined that word camp. Camp simply means composition, ambient light, modifier, and photograph. Now, these are the various processes I'm going to be following in order to simplify this whole concept of off-camera flash photography. So if this is something that you are into, sit back, relax, and in less than 10 minutes, follow me on this journey. So one reason why off-camera flash photography is really difficult for so many people is the fact that you try to do a lot at the same time. The main goal of this video is to show you how to simplify the whole concept by taking it step by step. You need to concentrate on only one variable of the triangle. Let me introduce to you my very good brother here, who is going to be kind of our model for the day. So we are going to be taking pictures right here. So he's going to be seated right here, and I'm going to set up the light over there and everything. Straight away, let's get started. So the first variable on the comp chart is composition. So what this means is that the first step, just concentrate on composing your shot. I know you came here today to learn about off-camera flash. It's still important that we take it step by sticking with the basics. So without introducing a flash at this point, let's decide on how we are going to compose the shot. And over here, I have the Canon EOS 100D just to show you that everything is possible. This is not even recognized as a professional or entry DSLR. And the lens I have here is a kit lens that came with the camera. This is an 18 to 55 millimeter lens, just to show you that everything is possible, or you can produce high quality stuff using a kit lens and a little DSLR camera like this. So let's compose our shot. Okay, so I have the camera on. This is how I actually want to frame the shot. And now, without still bringing in any form of flash, let's go to the next step, which is ambient light. So now, how bright do we want this image to be? Are we going for a very dramatic, a very moody shot, or at least we want it to be a little bit brighter even when we bring in the light? So at this point, let me take a picture and you see what I have on my screen over here. So this is exactly what I can see on my screen at this particular point. That is the ambient light of this place. So what I'm going to do at this point is now to bring in the flash, because this is how bright I want the image to look like. If I want to make it a dramatic shot, I can still go up with my shutter speed, take a picture like this. And this is how it looks like at this moment. In this case, when I bring in the light, that means we need more light in order to make him brighter. Now, let's go to the next step. Let's now bring in a modifier now that we are done with setting up our camera in terms of composition and the ambient light. So now we have the modifier here. This is the flashlight that I'm going to be using. This is just a basic Godox V60 Mark II flash. This is just a basic flash that you can get off Amazon or anywhere online for very cheap price. So like I said, the goal of this video is to inspire you that you can create very good shots with any available flashlights that you have. And this is what we have here. So that's what we are going to be making good use of today. So what we have to do is that I also have this particular thing here. This is actually a trigger, and all you need to do is to kind of attach this thing to your camera, and I can remotely control all these lights without having any cable connected directly to this light. So let me mount it on the camera right here. Once I have this on the camera, this is going to allow the camera to be able to communicate with the flashlight over there. So what do we do to make this communication possible? I turn this one on, and all I need to do is to make sure that all the numbers here corresponds with the numbers over here. I need to set this to channel 1 and make sure here is also on channel 1. And again, I need to make sure the group here is on group A, and over here the group is on group A, and automatically it's going to find that particular light. So now I'm sure we should have signal. Let's have a test shot. Yes, exactly. We now have signal. So now all you need to do is to place this light exactly at the position or any area where you want to use the light from. So let's say in this instance, this is where we want to use the light. So now let's go ahead and take our very first shot, which is the last step on this particular list, which is now photograph. So let's photograph and see what we have. So that is the image that we have right out of camera. As you can see, the lightning look a little bit harsh, but you kind of get the idea. That is the kind of off-camera flash that we are using for today's video. So as you can see, this isn't a very difficult thing. Just a quick recap. First of all, you need to make sure you set up your composition without bringing in the light. Just make sure you get your angle right. When you are done again, then you go ahead and make sure that you change all the shutter speed, the ISO, all the other settings to make sure that you have the ambient light correct. Then when you are done, you now bring in the modifier, which is your light, and make sure if you have your remote or if you want to use a cable to connect to the flash, you add that particular one to that. And after that, voila, you go ahead, photograph, take your shot, and just keep experimenting. So before I end this video, let me take some few other shots and let's see what other ways we can get. I'll just keep adjusting the light a little and let's see what effects we can come up with. So basically, as you can see, those are the kind of images we were able to string together with just this 100D camera and our Godox trigger. So this is just purely the basics. Make sure go out there, get flash and experiment with this thing, because I said, as at this moment, personally, I think that these are some of the few things that keep separating mobile phone cameras. Aside of the fact that when you zoom in sometimes, you know, it loses details, or when you put it on a bigger screen, these are some of the very obvious advantages that cameras still have over iPhones or over cell phones. Now, there's another way to take this to the whole next level, that is by introducing another light into the scene. If you want to learn that particular aspect, just kindly click here, because in the next video, I am going to be showing you how to use 2 extra lights or how to use another extra light to take this whole shot to the next level.